Yes, 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 yeah, yes, yes. I know it's kind of good. I know it's a good unit. Don't get me wrong, but I know this aggro only. DJB deserves A, but DJB is A for aggro, right? We're talking about turn 2 here. What do you think about Sharon buff? They seem pretty good. I think it's gonna be decent after, and she's gonna be really annoying to face. Like, man, I agree DJB, like, if you play fast, I think DJB is like A tier. If you play slow, I think he's B tier. Then it's, but I mean, it's like, I'm the one making the tier list, right? Isn't it fairly self-explanatory? Like, we don't even have Anos in there. And like, I mean, it's C tier. Isn't that fairly self-explanatory? Like, I mean, in C tier. I think you can get where I'm going with this, right? Like, if you play aggro, I mean, it's S tier, like, you know. I think this fair. I don't really like Emilia. Yeah, I think it's fine. Whatever. Okay. Artifact, set, stats, 1 to P. Maid. Artifact. Shimadra, Water's Origins, Eternals. Speed or triple set? For stats, right now, I would say I like at least 210 speed on Maid. Like, I don't like Maid to be that slow. I like 210 speed plus. You can make her even faster depending on what you want to pick her into. I would say between 210 and 220 speed is best for Maid. I tried 200 speed. I really disliked it. So, but you can do 200 speed if you want. I just really dislike it personally. At 210 speed, at least 20k HP, at least 2k defense, and around 150 ER on release. Around 150 ER on release, assuming you go for, after your S2 and your artifact. And then when to pick Maid. Okay, Maid is a very good unit, but I think you want ER on your team. Like, so if you don't play bruisers with ER, like if all of my bruisers have like around 80 ER at least, which makes them 130 ER with Maid on Shimadra, which makes them immune to like Endguy, Briseria, stuff like that. Like, that's the main point of Maid. Like, I think she's really good, but you do need to build your account around her. Otherwise, she isn't very good. Like, let's be honest. You're wasting your S2 completely otherwise, so you need to have your account somewhat built around her, and then you can second pick her almost every game. So the way I draft is I go Knight and then I go Maid. Like, that's very simple, right? It's fairly neutral picks in a way. You go Knight and you go for Norrius Knight first pick, and then you go for Maid. And then you can build your team around what your opponent's doing. But before that, like, you have a cleanser, you have a reviver, you have an attack buffer. You make sure your team have some healing, some sustain. You make sure you have your mitigation. You give your team ER, so everything is like 130 ER at least. What more do you need? So yeah, it's basically it. Sometimes I don't draft Maid, but it's very rare, honestly. Like, it's very rare. I don't draft Maid against stuff like... What do I draft Maid into, actually? Oh yeah, Pure Cleave. Against Pure Cleave, you don't draft Maid. Like, if your opponent pre-bans like Belayan and first pick Politis, yeah, like, don't bother. But otherwise, you can pick Maid almost every game. But again, you need to have your account built around, otherwise she isn't that good. Like, if you don't get value out of the ER she gives you, then she isn't that strong. Okay, Destina, artifact. So artifact crystal. Otherwise, if you play Destina only into aggro and don't draft her otherwise, Water's Origin. That's it. If you want to main Destina, like if you want to draft her very often, like second pick often, and you don't have a crystal for her for some reason, I would go for like Diene's artifact. But it's honestly a lot worse. Like crystal is miles ahead of anything else, so yeah. So yeah, ideally ice crystal, and otherwise you go Water's Origin if you want to only draft her into aggro. For sets for Destina, speed set is best, then triple set. Like again, I don't like Revenge on her either. So speed set or triple set, and for stats, like ideally 100 ER for Destina, I think it's fine. If you only play her against aggro, you can lower it to like 50. Like not even kidding, you can lower it to like 50. If you want to play her often, I would go like 100 ER before artifact and before imprint. And you should play her on release anyway. But like 100 ER before artifact, before imprint. I like at least 210 speed on Destina. I think best speed is like 210 to 230. 210 to 230 speed. And then I would say at least 21k HP and at least 2.1k defense. Ideally you want more than that, and ideally you want to favor HP over defense, so like best Destina would be like 25k HP to like 2k defense, something like that. I think that's insane, but yeah, it's not easy to make, so. But yeah, that's how you should build Destina in my opinion. Alright, so stats, when to pick, exactly same as Maid. Unless your opponent first pick Politis, you can pick Destina almost every game. You can second pick Destina almost every game. Like, she's a safe pick, she gives you revive, she gives you a lot of healing. She gives you some tempo, not a lot, but some. You can second pick Destina almost every game. Shuna is a bit trickier. Artifact for Shuna. In my opinion, Diene's artifact is the best by far. If you don't go for Diene's artifact, then you can go Eternus. If you want to play her against Cilias. I don't like it too much, but you can. Or you can go Water's Origin, I guess. It's fine too. I don't really like both builds myself. I think if you play slow, I like Diene's artifact best. But otherwise, like the other two are decent options. But they're more niche in a way. Like they're decent, but they're more niche builds, yes. For sets for Shuna, speed for sure. If you can do speed, you can do triple set, but I think speed is by far the best. Because of her stat. Because ideally, for Shuna, I think you want to go 230 speed. Between 230 and 250 speed, around like 100 to 130 ER, counting her artifact. If you want to play her against Cilias, then you go a lot more ER, right? Obviously. You go to like at least like 250 with artifact. But yeah, if you don't, then you don't care. And then as much HP as you can, like. So yeah, at least 18k, 1.8k, something like that. Isn't that hard to reach with 230 speed? But ideally you probably want like 20k, 2k, something like that. But yeah, and you want to play her on release as well. When to pick Shuna, you can pick her. Okay, if you play Solididia and your opponent plays Enga, you can pick Shuna. She's really good because she completely negates Scissors 3, right? And otherwise, she's basically. Think of her like Soul Weaver AOL. Like, yeah, think of her as Soul Weaver AOL. If your opponent goes like Engai, you can pick Shuna and it's gonna be really annoying because then it makes it a real pain for Engai to press a 3. And if your opponent doesn't pick Cleansers, then you can pick Shuna as well. Because she gives you really good debuffs. And she also gives your team a lot of survivability, right? So when to pick is a bit harder to say for sure, but you can play her a lot right now, I think. Like, she's good into Engai, she's good into almost everything, not even kidding. Like, she's good into Diene, she's good into anything aggro, like most aggro teams. She's good into a lot of stuff. Engai. Artifact for Engai, Warhorn. That's it. Warhorn is best by far. You can probably make do with... what else, man? Like, just Warhorn. Recycling is way too important. Like, just go Warhorn. Engai, Warhorn. Sets, I would say... Speed set. Do we even consider counter? Yeah, sure. Okay. Speed set or speed set, counter, or... Like, this isn't... like, so... Speed set first, counter second, or, so not third, destruction and pain. Yes. I think destruction and guy is pretty good. Like, mine's on destruction, I like it a lot, honestly. If you play him as your main support, and don't draft a reviver alongside him, I would say just go for speed or counter, but if you do draft him with another support, like another Soul Weaver, I think destruction is best, because it gives you... Because suddenly he's a support, but he's also a carry, which is actually really strong. So this is for destruction pen. You go like 210 to 220 speed, and then as much HP and defense as you can, basically. You don't need that much crit damage. Like, I think above 230 is fine. I wouldn't go below, but like above 230 is fine. And then the most important is your bulk. Like 210 to 220 speed, you go crit chance, obviously. Above 230 crit chance, and then as much bulk as you can. Otherwise, if you want to play him on speed or on counter, if you play counter, you go 210 to 220 speed, 210 to 230 speed, 210 to 230 speed. Honestly, no effectiveness, no ER. Just go as much bulk as you can. Like, that's it. And if you play speed, again, no effectiveness, no ER. You go at least 250 speed, in my opinion. Like, I think that's best for him, actually. Like, at least 250 speed, and then as much bulk as you can. Because if you play slow and you pick and guy, you do want him to at least be able to threaten an S2 strip fairly early on with Warhorn. And if you're too slow, you won't have that. So yeah. I don't need effectiveness, don't need ER. And if you can, again, build immunity. Like anything that doesn't have ER, I would say go immunity. So yeah, and guy, same as a win and everything. It doesn't, like, if you don't build ER, so you go immunity. When to pick and guy? If you want to play and guy your main, yeah, that depends a lot actually. If you want to play and guy your main carry, your main support, sorry, you can basically first pick him every game, but I feel like it's very, very risky because you're gonna get clipped a lot. But maybe you can manage. Otherwise, the way I draft him at least, I draft him when Maid is pre-banned, and I want an attack buffer because everything else sucks. So what I do is I go like ROL or LRK. Usually I go ROL, and then I go Destina or Ruele plus Ngai. So that's why I like to support with Ngai, because of the way I play. Like I like Destina or Ruele plus Ngai, and then even if mine gets reset, he's on damage, right? So it doesn't matter as much. Yeah, otherwise, if you want to play him as your main support, then the same as Maid, Destina and everything, you're gonna first or second pick him. Diene. I don't want to talk about Diene, I edition it. Okay, so for artifact, you go Rod. If you can't go Rod, I would say Crystal is a good option. Like, Crystal is always a good option. Diene's artifact is decent too. I think that's it though, yeah. Alright, for sets for Diene, speed and that's it. Like, you go speed and that's it. You want at least 250 speed. I don't think slower Diene is good. Like around 100 ER, and then as much HP and defense as you can. I wouldn't go below 17k, 1.7k. Like, if you place, like, for any supports, I don't think you ever go below 17k, 1.7k. It's already insanely squishy. Like, don't go below that ever. So yeah, at least 250 speed and then those stats. When to pick when your opponent goes Destina. Like, that's literally it. If your opponent goes Destina or Maid, against Maid she's good too. If your opponent goes Destina or Maid, then you can pick Diene. I don't think there's much of a point, I'll be real. Because you should just pick Solid DDR, but if you don't have Solid DDR, then you can pick those. Honestly, I don't like Diene. Like, if it was up to me, she'd be C tier, but like, people, like, Smo tells me, Smo says she's good, so I'll put her, I think she's garbage. I'll put her 8 tier. Do we even talk about those, man? Who cares? Okay, okay, let's do this fast. DJB. Okay, DJB, Artifact, Celestine, Crystal, Diene's Artifact. Or, again, Water's Origin, if you play him only to cut aggro, Water's Origin or Eternus. Like, Water's Origin and Eternus are always good options if you want to cut aggro. Pretty much no matter the Soul Weaver. Like they're good artifacts, they're strong. It's just if you you only pick those units against specific teams. If you pick if you build Eternus DJB, for instance, you only pick DJB into Cilias. Anything else is gonna be garbage. Oh no, Cilias and Laika, ML Laika, yes. But like that's it, right? So keep that in mind. Otherwise, Celestine is good, Diene's artifact is good, Crystal is good. For sets, you go speed, that's it, you don't have any other options. Oh yeah, Peira too, you're right. Peira too. But everyone that drafts Peira drafts DJB as well. Because there's always just the thing, right? So, but yeah. Sets you go speed. If you play slow DJB, I would say 230 speed. Like, I still think even if you play really slow, you need to have some manner of speed on DJB. Otherwise, you won't really get much out of his S2. Like, I feel like he needs to cycle to really get value. So yeah, at least 230 speed. If you want to play more against aggro, stuff like that, you can go 250 plus. Yeah, 250 to 270. And like those are more niche situations again. Like if you want to play against Cilias, you go really high ER, like 250 plus. Otherwise, you go for like 100 ER. Yeah, like you just go 100 ER, right? Like let's be real, just go like to 100 ER or so. Just go 100 ER and then rest in bulk. When to pick, depends on your artifact. If you just play standard DJB, so like 230 speed or so, right? Put him on immunity and pick him into EVD buffers, like stuff like Pirate Clan isn't that bad. Like if you want a consistent immunity buffer, then you can pick DJB. It's not that bad, but keep in mind he dies really fucking fast. So even if you have decent bulk on him, so yeah. Against the buffer. Donald DJ, yeah, like no one builds the arm, man. Like who cares? The arm for what? But yeah, it can be decent against Pirate Flan if N-Guy is picked already. I don't think it's that good, but it can be an option. Against ADS as well, if you don't have an immunity buffer. I think that's it. Elena. Okay, Elena is okay on garbage gear. So I'll show you my Elena, so you have an idea, and I still pick her. Like so, you actually have an idea of how garbage. This is how garbage I'm talking about. Like this is usable. This is actually usable. Elena is gonna be a force ban. Yeah, Elena is gonna be a force ban 90% of the time when you pick her. And when she isn't, it means you either mispicked or you're gonna win regardless. So yeah, like you mostly play her against stuff like closer charts and stuff like that. But yeah, she doesn't need any gear. Like, how is it possible? Yeah, it's very rare, but it does happen, right? Like, I don't think she's very good, but like sometimes, right? So she's like, just give her spare gear, basically. Like, it's not bad to have her geared. And like, sometimes she's gonna win you games, so. Okay, Elena, so ideally speed build, ideally on speed. For artifact, I like Magara a lot. You can go, what's it called? Yeah, I like Magara a lot. You can go Water's Origin otherwise, or you can go Doctor's Bag, but all three are okay, honestly. It really doesn't matter that much, let's be real, it really doesn't matter that much. And for build, you go like 100 or so ER and 130 speed. 230 speed at least. Like 230 to 250 speed. And you're really nice fight. And when to pick against stuff like closer charts. Like when your opponent starts with like units that really want way early on, like first turn or first turn, and they play an aggro team that doesn't have that much juice, then Elena is really good. Obviously it's niche, but yeah. Emilia, Crystal is best for her for sure. Yeah, it's hard to justify Crystal though on her. You can go Waron otherwise, or I guess Rod is fine, like it's not insane, but yeah. Speed set, stats 100 or so, yeah. At least 230 speed, I would say ideally 230 to 250 speed. She's an aggro unit, like even if you play slow. If you play Emilia, you need to go on the aggression. It means you want to, you want to play aggro on your opponent because they're really just too slow. So 230 to 250 speed, and then as much work as you can, like some as usual, right? Like at least 17k, 1.7k, but yeah. Roana, I think the best artifact for Roana is Idol's Cheers by far. If you don't have an Idol's Cheers free, then you go for Stellar Part. That being said, you're almost never gonna draft Roana, so it doesn't matter that much, honestly. Let's be real. You're almost never gonna draft Roana, and if you do draft her, she's gonna get banned very often. So it doesn't matter that much. For gear for Roana, I would say go for like 100, 130 ER, I would say 130 ER, immunity if you can, and then base speed. But again, you can play her on spare gear. She's very similar to Elena in the sense that 90% plus of the time she's gonna get banned anyway, so like her gear doesn't really matter much. And if she doesn't get banned, you probably misdrafted her anyway, so it really doesn't matter much. And you play her against she's okay, like not insane, but she's pretty good into, I mean she's really good even into Bellona. Like Dark Bellona, assuming your team is tanky. If your team isn't tanky, Bellona is gonna one-tap your carries. So she isn't good. If your team is tanky, Roana is insanely good against Bellona. And she's good into Solitaria. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it right now though. Like, let's be real. Ruele. Okay, this is my Ruele. I think this build is decent. I draft Ruele when Maid and Destina are free ban because I like having a reviver, so I do think Ruele is okay though. Like, I don't think she's that bad. Okay, for artifact, I think this is best. Like, I think Aldous Shield is best actually, because Ruele is a very slow tempo unit, right? So she gives your team some manner of tempo with that, which is always really nice. If you don't have that though, you can go Water's Origin. I think that's it though, honestly. Yeah. If you play Ruele, go Water's Origin or go Aldous Shield. I don't think anything else is good. I don't think you want to be too fast, I'll be honest. Like, I think you want between 180 and 200 speed. And 200 speed is already very borderline. And then as much bulk as you can. So yeah, at least 20k 2k, right? At least 20k 2k. All of those Soul Weavers, you want to play them on release, by the way. Like, don't go self-imprint, it's bad. Like, go release. And yeah, that's it. Like, you mostly play her if you Destina made her free band. Or if your opponent goes for something like Strays. Like, sometimes your opponents play slow and then they pick Strays for fun, which I think is garbage, but like some people still do it, so if they do that, you can just go Ruele. And then she's gonna revive like, Strays gonna be useless as fuck, basically. And she's actually better than Destina here, because let's say your opponent plays slow with Strays, right? That means Strays is gonna take the turn, it's gonna S3, and then everything else in their team is gonna be really slow, which means you're gonna be slower than Destina. So if you press S3 with Destina, then your knight's gonna die again. Whereas if you go Ruele, then like your knight's fully HP with invincibility, so yeah. Okay, honestly, we won't go through NingNing and Amid, like... yeah, if you play really slow, I think they're garbage, so... I wouldn't bother. If you really want to build them, then you build them something similar to Diene, which means at least 250 speed and like some ER. Like 100 ER, 250 plus speed, and then bulk. But yeah, I don't think they're very good. I don't think they're very good.